Howdy, everyone. Hope everyone. Oh god, why am I so upset? What? There we go. I must have pressed something at someone. Hello. It's a stream. It's been a little while. How is everyone doing? How's everyone been past couple of weeks? Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone can hear me. Hope there's no issues on the stream like there were last time. Not necessarily me issues. There was apparently, I think there was some actual technical issues that also were happening last stream, which was a couple of weeks ago now. I didn't stream last week. How's everyone been? Your English professor isn't very happy with you watching this right now. Well, I mean, to be fair, should be paying attention in class. Not so good caught the Rona. Ah, sucks. Hey, Games, your birthday's on the 16th. Nice. What's my first word about my parents? That sucks. Sorry. Yeah, I remember you mentioned about that. Yeah. Hope you have a good birthday. Doing good, good. Came home just in time. Nice. Howdy, Totally Spy. Your car broke. How did it break? Did you, as in... I don't know where I was going in that sentence. As in, it doesn't work? Of course that's what breaking means. Oh dear. So yeah, it's been a... night over. How's it going? Yeah, I'm doing alright. It's been a hot minute. So we've got a few things we need to do today. We were going to do a couple of weeks ago, but due to my lack of medication, I didn't stream then. If you did see the last stream where I kind of stopped streaming randomly, I basically prioritized that, so I'm all right now. So we need to do some stuff based on the charity stream. There's a couple of things around that we need to make some decisions on, or I need to start, getting some polls out. We've got more. Well, I mean, the problem with not streaming is I need to now catch up on more of your completed work. We're now coming up to 2 months behind again, so that's unfortunate. And there's probably some other stuff. Just kind of chatting. I don't know if there's been any announcements since last time. I think so. There's announcements coming out next week. I played another game or two of Screaming Ravens. I think one more game since the last stream. I played yesterday. That's fun. Finishing up for a night. That's something for No Nothing November. Very nice. Like, obviously, if you're doing No Nothing November or you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the No Nothing November video. I also released a new video an hour ago about Gunpla. If you haven't seen that, watch that after the stream. I don't know if I probably won't do a super long stream today. I am quite tired from a variety of stuff that's happened past week, but I will stream for as long as possible. Hi, Fane a lot. How's it going? You have to work on your pilot stream instead of buying more models. As next check is slowly because you help put money down for a car. Ah, I mean that's good. You put money in the right place. Unless the car is like an orc car, in which case that doesn't really count. Gas pedal and steering wheel decided to die on you while you were pulling out the driveway. Those are very important parts of the car. I'm not a big car person. I don't know too much about cars, but I know that the accelerator and the steering wheel are two very important features of a car that allow you to manipulate the vehicle. So those not working seems a bit unfortunate. I'm going to Lapland on the same day the pre-orders for the Christmas Bottle Forces come out. I mean, if you go to Lapland, isn't that where Santa is? That's Lapland, isn't it? Good to have projects to not think about no Necromancer November, yeah. No Necromancer November, you gotta make sure you're not doing any Necromancy. Welcome to the World of Gunpla. Thank you, Pochi Pochi. Yeah, I've built 2 now, as per that video. And I have 1 more, which I will most likely make a video on because I've heard it's terrible. So that's gonna be fun. Couple of videos was great, thank you. Full stop me, I just pre-ordered a Christmas box. No. Well, I can't stop you, you just pre-ordered it. And to be fair, I'm probably going to pre-order one as well. Pretty happy Battle Forces this year. Don't interest you. Go see all my Christmas money for Old World. Nice. Yeah, I think I'm buying the Space Marine one. Just because they fit Screaming Raven so well. How do you like, man? Yeah, things are doing alright now. Yeah, I won't go into it, but it's all good. Well, it's mostly good. It's good at the moment. In terms of Beast Boys, yeah, the Orc box is pretty good. I think the Orc box is pretty good. The Space Marine one is interesting. It fits my Screaming Raven so well. I'm kind of gonna get it. Inhaber came over and boom, it worked for him. So are you sure it isn't a skill issue? Did you put your foot on the accelerator? I'm almost certain that the answer is yes, but I'm gonna make fun of you anyway. Let's not look at my phone. So hard to raise a family. Necromancers, yeah. I don't know why I sounded so flippant. That was actually quite funny. Are you buying any Christmas box sets? Yes, I'm gonna buy the Space Marine one. Depends on the Votan box set, we have 2,500 points. I mean, you probably have everything in the Votan box then already, right? I guess they'll have a second wave of miniatures when the Codex comes out. Have you considered looking at a non-GW miniature game? Yeah, so there's been a few people. So Malifaux, Infinity, is it Battle Sector? Battletech? One of those two. The mech one. So many people have said Turnip 28 that I still don't really know what that is. I even tried to look it up. I didn't really. It's like a Patreon thing. I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if there are rules. It's very confusing. So that's another one I want to look up. And I think those are the four I've played some other ones. Like I've played Battletech, I think is the one. I've played some of like the smaller games. So I've played Marvel Crisis Patrol before. That's good. World Eater box piqued your interest? Yeah. I think because the World Eater box is very similar to the ones they did last year for the Thousand Suns and the Nurgle boys, Death Guard, where you get the Primarch boy and then two other ones. So Primarch boy and then a bunch of little ones. So it makes sense for them to do the Angron one. I imagine whenever they do Emperor's Children, they'll have a Christmas box around that. Battle Sector. I knew Battle Sector was a thing. Two Star Wars ones. I can't hear the music at all. Am I deaf? I apologize if that's too loud for you, but I realized I couldn't hear the music. But maybe for that. Two Star Wars ones, Legion, Shatterpoint. Yeah, I've been meaning to play Shatterpoint because Steve has Shatterpoint, and he said it was good, so I do want to give that a go. Like a lot of the kind of war games, or I guess mini games that I am interested in playing outside of Games Workshop are the smaller ones, right? Because they're a bit easier to kind of play a game like Gaslands, right? Like Gaslands is another one. Because that's again very simple. You don't need many models and it's a fun game. I don't want a game that's like a big investment like Warhammer, right? That's the main problem. Is Warhammer is such a big investment already. I don't want to have to do that again for another game, which is really not as popular. Hi King Cam, thanks for returning. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, thank you. You should work on your night army. Well, you're not going anywhere in your car, so I guess you could work on your night army. Issue with BattleTech is their models are soft looking, as in like everything is kind of like curved and sleek, or that it is like actual soft plastic. Hi, Top Orange. Yeah, I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you? Also, just noticed that the background is a photo. It's kind of it's half photo, half not photo. So the things, so I was gonna basically do I was gonna draw the entire thing, but then I saw what was on my shelves and I thought, fuck it. So I've drawn the shelves. I started drawing the kind of grid of shelves. I drew the walls and the curtains. But then I gave up trying to do the chair and then what's on the shelves and all that shit, so. Started a custom orc army. I've got my orc beast snagger Christmas I'll transfer one for the Gargantuan Squigger. Nice. custom orc army in terms of custom sub faction or whatever they call them, war, or custom as in like hit bashed. Suppose it can only go so far. It can go very far, and then that's very much a detriment to your lifestyle. I guess it's disposable, so you can't just chuck it out the window. Did I see the new Stormcast Eternal model? How long ago was this? Is this the what I refer to as the chaplain on dragon, or is there a new one? I haven't seen. But for Battletech, the rules are very explicit. You can use any minis to represent your mechs as long as it's not confusing. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, is I could probably play a lot of these games without actually having to invest. We could just proxy, right? I'm trying to find the old 9th edition Startbox online. Yeah, I guess that'd be quite difficult now. Got some new Horus Heresy sets and in them half and half Imperial Fist Sons of Horus. Nice. I've done very little yellow. I actually did one of my Vanguard vets. I did a yellow shoulder with the pink, the like light pink undercolor. That's actually worked out really nicely. It is just one shoulder. I'm making my way through my Vanguard vets, and I'm almost finished with my captain. So hoping to get them done soon. Yes, I've also got another game coming on Saturday because we're in the Crusade. Crusade rules are mental, by the way. Like, getting the upgrades is disgusting. Like, being able to have a Brutalis Dreadnought with a Strength 10 Melter with +1 attack, I think, so 3 attacks, on a Strength 10 Melter is upsetting. The Dragon, yeah, I did see him. He's very cool. I said it on the, I think, the last proper stream. I think we had a look at them. Age of Sigmar models are just better. They're so good. It's Kishbash and it's custom clan. They call the Squid Chargers. Oh, I think I remember seeing them on the Discord. I think you've posted them on the Discord, or someone who has a very, very similar idea. Also, did you see their recent pictures of minis for Epic Scale Horus Heresy? Yeah, I saw them as well. They look cool. I'm not going to get into it, but they do look very cool. So you can Contemptor Dreadnought and Sons of Horus and Mark 6 tactical guys with Bureau's nice. The Contemptor Dreadnought's fun. I think that was cool. My Crusade army, my Indomitor kill team had a 10 strength multi-melter. Yeah, the Crusade gets very wacky. I have made a mistake, so I gave my jump captain a scout move of 9 because he got upgraded after yesterday's game. But because the Vanguard vets don't have it, they can't use it yet. However, I have a game on Saturday, and all they need to do is take part, and if I give them Mark for Greatness, they will then be able to get the upgrade. So I'll have my Vanguard vets having a 9-inch scout move, which also seems absurd. One of my melters on... And I also noticed for the weapon upgrades, it's models. So one of my Centurions with melters has a special melter, which is also very good. And then I've got... Oh, the Ballistas as well. I've got, 3 attacks on the las cannon PS2. They get absurd. They get absurd very quickly. And I feel like going into this game on Saturday, it's like, oh, but you get one Crusade Blessing. Great. That doesn't seem like it's really that much of a big deal. I'm doing campaigns now to just Blood Bowl. Blood Bowl something else I actually wanted to try and get into at some point. Because Blood Bowl does seem quite fun. Wish I like the Christmas Battle Force, but they're either 2 armies I don't play or they're Space Marines. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a weird box, right? Because they just basically said, oh, we're going to release a bunch of... Here's the Jump Intercessors and Jump Captain. Nice and brand new. Everyone went out and bought them, and then they went, okay, we're actually going to sell them for cheap. So anyone who went out and bought them has kind of been shafted. You're looking at Manager always says they do Crusade. Crusade is quite fun. I am enjoying it. The lore is a little bit squiffy because there's Space Marines in 2 different teams. It's Salamanders and Imperial Guard versus Chaos Knights and Tyranids versus Grey Knights and Screaming Ravens. And there is one of the players, the Imperial Guard player, because he obviously had nothing more interesting to do because he plays Imperial Guard, came up with the lore of like what's going on and why each of these three kind of groups are fighting each other. And it's quite good. It's essentially like there's the Tyranids, and the Tyranids are like swarming this area. Chaos Knights are, you know, in this area as well, just doing Chaos Knighty stuff. The Imperial Guard are trying to escape, the Salamanders are helping them, and then the Grey Knights and the Screaming Ravens are like, no, we've been told this place needs to be purged, so get out of the fucking way, we're just going to kill everything. And that's basically it. And also, Screaming Ravens just want to have a fight. I'm going to quickly take a picture of the contemptor and send it completed. Nice. I will get around to it in about 2 months. And have a look at it. Oh, I'll look at it off stream, but you won't be on stream for a while. ATV with jump pack, yeah. That's the thing, I got, a friend of mine got me 3 Outriders for my birthday. And so another 3 Outriders plus the ATV that comes in that box is perfect. Basically, yeah, it's like 6 Outriders, because I already have the captain with, you know, the chaplain on bike, sorry. 6 Outriders and ATV is just like a squad, is cool. And it's very Screaming Ravens. Buy a Warlord Titan. It's basically the same as buying an old car, yeah. Want to get a friend group built up to do Crusades and have it be interesting. The Black Hole Sons for Thousand Sons of Blood Ravens. Yeah, the Crusade stuff is basically... The missions are kind of fun, because obviously there's some that are asymmetric, which is always fun. And the upgrade system is also kind of cool. The relics that you get at the start are garbage. Because the weapon upgrades are so stupid on stuff like Dreadnoughts and especially Chaos Knights. Like Steve's Chaos Knights have some horrible weapons. What buffoon made the thumbnail? It was me. It was me very quickly earlier. Because this is a one like obviously I'm not streaming on Twitch. I stream on YouTube because that's where most of my audience on YouTube, right? So I don't really do much on Twitch. But the good thing about Twitch is you don't have to make a bloody thumbnail. And I could make a generic one for every single stream, but I feel like it's more fun to make a thumbnail each one, but then I forget to do it. Like I forget to put the Grommet mug in each video now because I'm stupid. Hello, Mr. Chief. I am a bad man doing stuff badly. Got 2 more jump pack Marines to finish for Crusade game 2 Sundays from it. Nice. Yeah, good luck with that. I mean, it's only 2, so my army's definitely not paid. Just if you think what's going on in your Crusade campaign. So it's yeah, there's 6 of us playing. All local friends. Salamanders versus Imperial Guard. Tyranids, sorry, Salamanders Imperial Guard versus Tyranid Chaos Knight versus Screaming Raven and Grey Knight. So one of the games I played recently was against the Grey Knight player, so that didn't count for any score or any like stuff like that. That was basically just, you know, as is. But I still beat him. He's beaten everyone, and then I beat him. I lost against Chaos Knights against Steve. Or yesterday, I played against Salamanders and defeated them. Absolutely, I tabled him because the 3rd turn was horrific from being like he got quite unlucky. We were both kind of being fairly under average, like first couple of turns. But he got unlucky where he charged his Redemptor into my Brutalis and my Invictor Warsuit, who were both low health and killed neither of them. I didn't do any damage to either of them, and so they could wipe him on end of his turn 2. And then my turn 3, I was rolling super hot. My Melter Centurions came in from strategic reserves, and I basically took out half his army in 1 turn. And then from there, it was over. Lore fluff stuff, what the Lord Realms made for Screaming Ravens. Not huge amounts. I guess the one thing, the Brutalis is called the Cacophonous Sarcophagus, which I thought was a fun name. My jump captain just has relic weapons, and he has a hand flamer, which is basically like him, like sliding his 2 lightning claws together to make like a sound wave, and that's the flamer. That's fun. I'm still going with that they can't speak without screaming. I like that idea that someone suggested. Like they literally, their gene seed means that when they talk, they make a deafening sound, so they don't talk and they use sign language. If you missed the charity stream, Bob from Accounts is very heavily featured. You can put a different painted model you own. I assume you own hundreds of models. As long as they're painted, it'll be a while before you run out going one by one as a thumbnail. It'll be about 3 weeks until I run out of painted models. That's not true. I don't have. The thing is, what I consider like a fully painted model, I don't have that many because I have some that I've painted but I haven't done the base on, like some of my 1,000 Suns. Have you ever tried playing in a local shop tournament? No, I haven't. I don't really want to play... Like, this is very similar to, like, D&D and stuff. Where I'm not a huge fan of playing with strangers. I'd rather just play with my friends, because I know, like... I know how they work, and I kind of get it. I'm kind of awkward. As you can probably tell, I'm a very awkward person. I am interested in a tournament at some point. And also, most places you kind of want a fully painted army, so I might take this. I might try and get a fully painted army sorted. Anyway, complete Battletech model and complete your section. Nice. I'll have a look at that off stream, and then it will come around on stream at some point. Price Crusade, I got a 2+ and a 5, 2++ and a 5+++, and a Custody Terminator captured with OBSEC. Yeah, that 2++ and 5+++ is horrific. After they finish the challenge page, all my angles this November. Nice. Oh yeah, the all bird list. That'll be fun. The avatar looks like he's trying to kill me with his mind. I mean, I'm not trying to kill you with my mind, but my avatar may do, you know. Who am I? I mean, you clicked on this video, and you should be able to see the channel name. But I am Paul. Yeah, I figured you were teasing. Yeah, I do not have that many things. Have you tried the Horde mode that Warhammer made? No, I've not heard of that. Great way to make friends and nice test pre-tournament. Yeah, I guess that's one thing. Yeah, I could do like a local one, but I'd have to look it up. I love Necrons. I like Necrons. I really like the Infinite and Divine book. I think Necrons are cool. I think Necrons are one of those armies which I could have been like, that could have been one of the armies I collected. I think if I'd started like right as Ninth came out and got the starter set then, I think Necrons probably would have been the army I played. If models are like done, more game ready than done. Those basic highlights. Yeah, the main thing is the bases. Like a lot of the models that I've completed have like the bases still like where I've missed colors and stuff. It doesn't look right. Like local shop, it's always the same people, thankfully. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If it's like a local game shop, you're gonna be running the same people over and over, and then you can kind of choose who you play with. One Christmas thing, one of them called Sam did a really cool, good Ringo impression. Nice. Wish my friends were into Warhammer, so I could play against more people. Yeah, that's the thing. It kind of spiraled a bit with the Warhammer. Like, there were a few of us, like, interested, and it slowly, like, people started to get into it, and now there's, like, 6 or 7 of us. Nearly 8 of us now, locally. But there was an elder player that just ignored my saves. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you just gotta... Kind of just if you've got a 2++ and a 5+++, just ignore them. Skill issue. But the Warhammer's Horde mode, when doing it single player, there are a lot of secondary missions that you can't succeed on turn 1, so you're forced to fail. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, a couple of people have mentioned this Warhammer Horde mode. I'll have to look into that. Bought the Drukhari Combat Patrol, tried to paint it in a Victorian era ghoulish vibe. That sounds very cool. But I'm also using the paint starter set. Yeah, that's a very... need some more paints. What second colour should I use? When I think of Victorian era ghoulish vibe, I think of like burgundy. Like, is it Sigvold? What's the contrast thing? That's Flesh Terror's red, that's right. That's Vulpus Pink, that's right. That's Blood Angel's red, that's right. There it is, Sigvold burgundy. That's a really good colour for that kind of vibe. Like Victorian era's got that kind of like vampiric, like Dracula feel, I think. You can watch what we do in the shadows. 1, it's a good show, and 2, they have quite a lot of like kind of like gothic, you know, stuff as well, from various different kind of like. I feel like if you're going for like that ghoulish vibe, especially with Drukhari, there's vampires are going to come in there somewhere. But honestly, you should sit down and study how to play Warhammer. Yeah, that was one thing. Even after playing a few games, I still get stuck on a bunch of stuff. We're just looking to pre-made bases, like ones you print. Yeah, I mean, they're a good idea as well. Do I collect any other board strategy games? I got quite a collection of board games. I haven't played many of them in a while, but a lot of the kind of the ones I kind of enjoy are stuff the social deduction games, like stuff like Owl, One Night Werewolf, that kind of stuff. Secret Hitler, they're all good. My favorite game is Letters from Whitechapel, which is a great board game if you've never played it. Gonna play Feel Fists while you're streaming, very nice. Yeah, with only the ultramarine colours, you're very stuck in basically blue. I don't know if you're using contrast paints or not, but yeah, I'd find like slowly start building them. I think that's one thing I did is I slowly, like when I was like, okay, I need these colours for something. I slowly started building my paint collection. I have like 90 plus now. I have a lot of paints. Probably half of them I barely ever use. What do for good yellows? 2 layers of the color pops. Something I found for yellow, and I'm sure this is probably because I think it was on a YouTube video that I saw. Pink, at least with the contrast paints, like a light pink. I won't keep opening my drawers. Remember, I used Fulgrim pink, like underneath. Got that to like a smooth coat, and then did the Imperial Fist contrast yellow over the top, and it came out really nicely. The Orbalist will hopefully solve my problems. I'm stuck with playing small scale games. And thousands can't bring much, and guard ain't very effective at that scale. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, just pure numbers at lower levels is quite difficult. Doors are going to be in the sewers. Does rats, but what could I add to add more clutter to make it feel more like a sewer? I guess. What's kind of in sewer stuff? Like bricks, like loose stones, that kind of stuff. To like line the sewer. I guess it's like a future sewer. What does future sewers even look like? You're asking too many questions. In my opinion, the three like good Xenos Titans. There's 2 squiggles and the Hierophant. They look cool and you don't need cement to stand keep them standing together. I've not really seen many of the Xenos Titans. Twitch is really good background noise while painting. No problem. Unless I just start screaming incessantly into the microphone. Good. I'm glad. Background. That's about where I feel. I did call. If you haven't seen the latest video, I call people out for it. For videos, not for this. I'm happy to be background noise for a stream. That's kind of what it is, right? Whenever I watch a stream, it's always background noise. Whenever I watch a YouTube video, it's background noise. Hello, Andre. How's it going? Just not done with a super long call for work. I wish I could have heard what you said. About the Crusade. So it's Salamanders and Imperial Guard versus Tyranids and Chaos Knights versus Gory Knights and Screaming Ravens. Those are 3 teams. Our team is currently kicking ass. Well, I'm 1 for 1. But that means I'm still kicking ass. My partner, the Grey Knight, is 3 for 0 right now, which is very good. Don't play Warhammer at all, just love assembling and gluing models. Nice, yeah. A lot of people I find with Warhammer are, like... So I've always found with Warhammer, like, I've always considered Warhammer a game first, right? Like, game first, and then the modeling is kind of the secondary thing. But there are people who are, like, they only buy the models and just love painting models. Some people are there just for the lore. They just love collecting the books. Or just talking about the lore. Some people are there literally only for the game and don't care about the things. So it's quite interesting coming back to Warhammer, like in the, I guess, the modern era, in the internet era. Yeah. I've got some Rex with custom decals. Someone mentioned a website in another stream about custom decals, but I can't remember what it is. What are plans for future videos? Oh boy, I've got a big list. And actually, one of the things, that's actually a good transition. We might as well talk about it now. So one of the things from the charity stream that I did, where I raised just over £500, thank you very much for all your support there. One of the incentives which we met was that the audience and the community gets to choose a video topic. So we should get some ideas for that, and I'll start making a list of the good ones, because some of them will be... Well, Or the popular ones. I mean, some of them might just be bad, but if they're popular, I'll still do them. Because I'm just a glutton for punishment. And then if it's one that I'm already planning, I'll tell you, and you can pick something else. And then basically I'll then some sort of I'll find some sort of system to do a poll to work out which one to choose. So talk about that while I go through the rest of the comments from where that was. Sewer pipes, troughs of sludge, moss and grime. Yeah, that's kind of the sewer stuff. But I figure like a futuristic sewer, especially like a Votan sewer, might be. You can do a lot with it. Be creative, because you can kind of decide how you feel like a Votan sewer would go. If you want to add, try and use art code. That's good. Yeah, some more suggestions there. I work in sewers every day. That's interesting. I guess you are some sort of sewer tech. Or you're a rat. You get to choose. The Grey Knight's 3 wins is a mate's record. Yeah, so I beat him. Obviously, it didn't count for the game, so we didn't get any like scars or anything like that. Yeah, his teleporting shenanigans. He's got 2 blocks of Terminators, and he's got like a librarian each. There, it's nasty. Like the mortal wounds he can kick out. Thanks, Luminosity. Thank you for sharing. If it was actually that size, you should probably see a doctor. How do you decide on a color scheme? Because my friend has not found one he likes. I don't know. So for Drukhari, it was a case of I like purple. That was very simple. Thousand Suns, I just went with the default because it's very like traditional and I like the way it looks. Screaming Ravens, this is one thing you could do. Screaming Ravens is like basically I want to do a little bit of every single color scheme in random places. You could try something like that, and that kind of gives you variety. Yeah. Here for the modding, but I'm never playing game. But I've never been playing games, but I'm here for the modding, but I've been playing games more recently. Yeah. Like some people are obviously like again, you'll start with different things. Obviously, I came to the hobby to play the game, and I've gotten more into the painting side of things. So you know. Hi Martin. Yeah, I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you? Just like Bob from account. Yeah, I could do a video about Bob from account. Like a video again, it'd be kind of a chat GPT video, but it'd be a video about this like lore figure. It's probably quite fun. I'm actually impressed by the fact that your avatar is animated while you talk. Yes, that's because I had someone else who is professional at making these things actually do it. I had one which I kind of did myself in this style, and it was nowhere near as good as this one. I've also got like I can do like facial expressions and stuff. Look at this, all this crazy stuff. I might ask them to make a Raven Guard version of that because I didn't ask for that. I basically asked them to do like something random, and they made the armor. And obviously they just saw Space Marine and just went with Ultramarine. So I could go back and ask them to update it. Yeah, like Game says as well, the kind of color theory shit. I don't know. I'm not a color. When you fart, what does your avatar do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, purple Drukhari. Purple is a great color, just in general, and it does fit Drukhari, I think. And again, I think the difference with Drukhari is that there's like have all the cults and all the cabals and whatever, but no one has any idea what they actually look like. It's not like Space Marines where most people kind of understand that each like chapter has that specific color. Like no one knows what Drukhari colors are. No one cares. Not a rat. CCTV camera operator. I use a robot to inspect sewer pipes. I just have to crawl through them on my belly. So you are a rat. That sounds interesting. I've been coming up with more North Screaming Ravens and any Frontosaurus Crusade. Not much new lore outside of kind of the stuff that's already happened. The only thing I think is my like I mentioned before, my captain has a hand flamer because he can't have lightning claws, but the hand flamer is him like dragging the blades of his lightning claws together to make like a sound wave. The name of my Brutalis Dreadnought is called the Cacophonous Sarcophagus. Fun name. Any fun stories? The end of the game against the Knights was very good. Like, it was a game, like, both games I've played so far have been very good. And basically they were kind of the opposite. The game against Knights was like we had annihilated like half of each other's army by turn 2. And then the game went on for 3 more turns that were actually quite close. And then on the game yesterday, it was 2 turns of being quite close, and then I just wiped it. The main fun stories, I think, are the fact that Centurions are amazing. I love Centurions. The sustained hits 2, punching at vehicles is horrendous. But not like much else, I guess. Colin from accounts. There's only one person from accounts, and it's Bob, apparently. Can't have Colin and Bob from accounts. Too many people from accounts. Screaming Ravens are just all accountants. I guess that makes sense because they're Ravens. They like take shiny things and they can take money. It's just an entire chapter of accountants. You're very proud of me for getting stuff painted. I've got some stuff painted. Yeah, well, it absolutely wasn't anything to do with your spite, Steve. Yeah, that's the thing, is like Storm Drain, like think about like what a Votan. Yeah. This is the thing where you can't start thinking about this. Weirdly, like in this past week, I've had 2 separate conversations with different groups of people about toilets in medieval infrastructure, like flushing toilets. So that's the kind of level I'm at right now. Dream perfect time to face some Sixtarian, nice. Thank you, yeah, it's a fun video. Please apologise for the RG Gundam. I will never apologise. I haven't actually opened the box yet. I've heard it's like one of the worst, because I asked for the worst suggestion, that one came up so much. But that's definitely gonna be a fun build, and probably a video. Do you have any thoughts on the Middle Earth tabletop? No, I played it like a Crusade-like game that was part of the Middle Earth tabletop when I was a kid, but not really. I'm not. Yeah, I don't know. You ended up starting a 6th army. Impressive. Hi, Crypt Shadow, how's it going? His name was Colin, not Bob. Yeah, where Bob or Colin? Where did that name come from? Because I can't remember when it started, but at some point it changed from Colin to Bob. And we did on the stream. We did all about Bob. We can change his name to Colin. It doesn't really matter. But I need to find the source of who coined Colin first. Was it you, Legion? And then where was that? Because I can't remember if it was in Discord or a stream. Because I'm going to do a video about that. I need to work it out. I assume you decided to go deep and name. I've named everything. But I haven't named everything based on stuff happening in the game. I've just named stuff based on what sounds cool. And they're all like really. I like the idea of all the names being over the top, like Cacophonous Sarcophagus. Also, there's like the Prismatic Shadows and the Kaleidoscopic something for my 2 Incursor squads. You suggest it on stream. If you can find the source of where you suggest it on stream, then I will. Then yeah, it'll be Colin. Because I can't, and I don't remember when it changed from Colin to Bob. That's one thing I'm kind of like for future videos. I like, I guess main videos. Like I want to be able to like do more, like find more stuff out about it, but yeah, it's quite. There's a lot. I have 17 armies. Like full armies or like 1,100 models. Jesus, that's a lot of models. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce it because it's got so many different characters from different languages. Seprin. Hello. You have 4 and 1 fully painted. That's how you're supposed to do it. All my Sons of Horus guys have power claws, while Imperialists have swords. Yeah, that's good Good idea. What do I think of the name Tongue Patches? In what context? It depends. Like, the name Paul is fine for a person, but you wouldn't call a dog Paul. That's kind of weird. And in fact, Paul's not really a fine name for a person, because everyone else I know who's called Paul is in their 50s. There's some Terminators. Nice. Wondering, are you going to include a squad in the Screaming Ravens because of teleporting beacon? I do. So my Crusade squad has a unit of Terminators in there. I haven't used them yet, though. Of course, as soon as I say that, someone had a dog named Paul, and someone's like, "Why are you called Paul?" I don't know. Alright, you wouldn't call a child Snuffles. And if any of you say that you have a brother or a sister called Snuffles, I think you're going to be lying to me. I want to be transiting even higher in Warhammer, have one set of every model. Just do a heist on Warhammer World. Just take everything. That'll be the Trazen thing to do. I'm not endorsing that you go and break the law. "23, your stepdad's name Paul is 41. I mean, okay. I think I'm the youngest Paul I know. I mean, I'm sure there are younger Pauls. But it was just funny because there was a point where at work, we were like doing, we had to do a seating rearrangement. This was before, obviously, working from home. And I just looked down there's like 5 Pauls, and I was looking down at every single person within the mid-50s. I was like, for God's sake. You have 8k of Marines. Doesn't have a rule where every model you defeat gets steel. Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, someone had a fun suggestion with Trazen where you know how we can teleport to another Necron? He should be able to, like... Or, no. You know how, like, some things can do a, like an orb of teleport, whatever it is. He should be able to do that on on the enemy. Yes. Vortex be same stuff. I need to go back and do Chauncey and get his hat sorted at some point. So I'm here. Hi, 85. Nice of you to join. You do not have a cousin named Snuffles. I don't believe you. Tongue Charmers. Name suitable Chaos Space Marines. That's interesting. So Chaos Space Marines, Tongue Charmers. Or was it all Tongue Patches? Yeah, Tongue Charmers makes sense. I guess Tongue Charmers is like you know, being smooth talker. What's the actual like a sharp tongue, that kind of thing. I mean, that makes sense. If it works in your language, it works in your language. But I think that kind of fits around. You need to get a job. Yeah, the dog named Paul, you need to get a job. You just have a classmate with a middle name Mercedes. That's fine. Like, I think that's the first name, right? Mercedes. In some places. And also it's a car. What do you know about recent law? I know very little about law in general. So, not a lot. Chauncey needs the hat. Yeah, I do need to sort that out. I've got a lot of the stuff sorted, and then I kind of moved on to other projects. She was named after the car, fair enough. But so is Guy Ferrari, so, I mean... 8k points of Marines is a lot. How's No Nothing been going? It's been alright. So my plan was to get my Vanguard vets and my Jump Captain sorted. Jump Captain is almost done. I just need to do the base. The Marines, the Vanguard vets I've done 3 of them fully. 1 of them just needs a little bit more on the base. I'm halfway through another one. I've got 5 more, so I should be able to get that by the end of November. And has a rigged Paul VTuber. Hell yeah. Exactly. In the description is the person who did it for me. And so by did it for me, I paid them to do it. What is my job? I'm a software tester. Software test lead. I make myself sound fancy. New channel name Snuffles is bad at stuff. We're all bad at stuff on this blessed day. How's Progress been going? Yeah, I've not done much recently. Like I said, obviously last week was horrific. So I've not been doing that much, but yeah, It's been at least going. Hi, JJ Land. Do I like to paint something other than miniatures from GW? I haven't painted anything else apart from... I have a thing that I got for my birthday that I need to paint up. Build and paint up. I've never really painted anything outside of GW. And the reason I have... The other reason that's... like, the model I've got is basically... It's a Midna model from Twilight Princess. But I don't want to paint it badly. And I feel like with Warhammer, because there's a lot of like Space Marines I can like practice on, I want to get good at painting first before doing something like that. But obviously then that's the kind of like, you know, perfectionist problem where will I ever feel like I'm good enough to paint that thing? So at some point I just need to take the plunge. With 10 First Marines, 5 Terminators, Company Heroes, and 2 Gravis Captains to get done by the 25th for a tournament. That's a lot. Good luck with that. First time against just want to say love figures. Thank you very much. Dom Nom Minis. That makes sense. I was like Dom Nominus. What's Dom Nominis? Do I have Riz? It took me so long to understand. Like Riz came out of nowhere for me. I'm an old man at this point. I've realized like I was kind of in touch with like the memes and the meme culture and all that stuff up until about Yeet, and I got to Yeet, and then since then I think it's kind of fallen off for me. Like, you know, L, you know, W, that kind of stuff, Riz. I don't understand that now. I got to Yeet, and that was about as far as my like internet lexicon went. I finally found out what Riz means, and no, I don't have Riz. I'm Rizless, as they properly don't say. Did you ever check out Conquest: Last Argument of Kings? I recognize the name. It's probably one of those things where I checked it out and then immediately forgot what it was. Conquest: Last Argument of Kings. There it is. So yeah, I definitely googled it at some point. Yeah, I remember some of this. This looks cool. Let's have another look at this later. So I recognize some of this stuff, but then yeah, my brain is bad. So Mirror just made a good point. The Space Force believe even a small leak could be catastrophic ignored, so they might have garbage, more recycling bins. Or what is recycled? In the future, probably everything, right? Or as much as possible. What's my opinion on ship designs of Craftword Elder? As in, like the wave serpent. I like the wave serpents. That kind of stuff. I think they're cool. Wave setting clips. That's not what I was looking for. I don't even know what a wave setting clip is. Wave serpent. I do like their design. I think they're kind of cool. Like they're pretty iconic. Like what does the stuff that would be recycled look like before? So if they're recycling like we're in 41st century, so it's super future, right? Surely they're at the point where you just dump everything into a big box and it breaks it down to like this molecular structure and rebuilds it like atom by atom. Maybe if you got like teleports and stuff, maybe they can recycle it that way. In which case a sewer system is very odd. I've seen a problem with hero model. I just want to paint them because yeah, that's the thing. Like with my my first demon prints, I painted actually quite badly, and I want to go back and do it again. And it kind of makes me not want to play with it, which is interesting. But then with the jump captain was a very similar situation, but I'm actually quite happy with the way it's come out. Poor Rizless bastard. This poor Rizless bastard. So what's the plan for today's stream? I mean, I had a plan, but that was 45 minutes ago. We've been chatting. So we're gonna do. I want to go through the stuff, the catch up with the charity stream, and we'll go through some Boreal stuff because I do need to catch up on that. At some point, I'll probably do a bigger like catch up for all your stuff. Because I'm starting to fall a bit behind, but obviously missed 2 things. So, lore question: do Necron ribs glow or not? I have no idea. No, they don't have ribs. They only have rubs. Yes. They do some holiday deals. Oh, I'll check that out. Probably always said this also on the stream, but do you have a favorite genre of games? Like board games or video games or both? Board games, I like social deduction games. like I said, my favorite board game is Letters from Whitechapel, which is kind of like a social deduction game, not fully social deduction, but there's definitely like a social deduction element to it. For video games, racing. Actually, to be fair, I need to stop lying. Racing games are my favorite games. Not like Mario Kart, F-Zero. I love those games. I like most games. I've started playing through Talos Principle 2. That's a lot of fun. I was playing Skyrim recently. I like RPGs, but RPGs are very difficult for me to get into because they take a long time. Platformers as well. I love platformers. 3D platformers, 2D platformers. I've started playing Mario Wonder. That's fun. I need to get back into that. But they have branded containers. It's all plastic. Do they even have food? Like, that's the thing. Like, is it like, do they have just like a Soylent Green type thing that they can flavor? It's all. How long is the stream planned for? The stream is planned for normally a couple of hours. So you normally for about probably another hour and 15 minutes, but sometimes I go a bit longer. I found that with the streams, sometimes I go up to 3 hours. But I found like within the last hour, things start to really kind of like get slow because my brain starts to die. So usually it's around 2 hours of streaming. Have you tried Diplomacy of the Board Game? No, but I do want to. I've heard good things about it. Gaps in the chest can probably call ribs, yeah. I don't know. Like, is it the rib that's glowing, or is it the inside? Like, the rib is the actual like bone part, right? Or the metal chest cage. I don't know. You don't like them. Of the web sails and the Wraithbone propulsion, but the guns look stupid. I like the Dark Eldar ones as well. Like, I like those boats. The guns look stupid. Like at the front, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like them still. There's something about them I like. I like both. I kind of don't know if I prefer them to the Dragaria ones. They're very different. Just back into 30 hours in so far. I made a dent in the game. So yeah, I played for quite a while and then the problem I have with games right now is I kind of play games and then just suddenly stop. Like, I'll play it like every day and I'll be like, oh, well, stop that, and then I don't remember what I'm doing. You returned and all you did was bark. I mean, fair enough. Woof woof, motherfucker. Card Game Saboteur is really good. Yeah, I've played Saboteur. That's the mining one. Yeah, that's fun. There's a game we play, I think it's called something Hong Kong. What's it called? Deception Murder in Hong Kong. That's a fun one as well. I recommend that. Right. Let's I think it should look less egg-like, more sleek-like. Name more on the planet Treasure Ocean, sir. You say sail. Eldar vehicles. What's the sail part? Because there's the sails on the Dark Eldar ones. When you say sail on the Eldar ships, which bit is that? Anyway. What's my opinion on new lanking AdMech model? I did talk about this on a previous stream, but essentially, I think it's a good idea, but executed poorly. Like, I love the idea, and there is a kind of like creepy kind of body horror value to it, but it doesn't do it right, I don't think. Right, is this gonna work? Hey, there we go. Right, we're starting with we'll do a page or two of this just to get back into it. Maybe finish this page and see how I feel. Totally a spy. And again, before we start, this is audio submissions incompleted. I'm gonna go through and show them all off, but as previously, I am 2 months behind because I missed 2 weeks of streams, and people complete stuff in that time, which is very rude. So I'm a couple of months behind. catching up with your guys' stuff. So be patient when you do post stuff. We're on the 19th of September with Totally a Spy with a Death Watch guy with a shotgun. What gun is that? And is it Death Watch only? Because I love it. I think there's a shotgun in Black Templars as well. Maybe this guy is a Black Templar, I don't know. But yeah, I love that gun. And very, very nicely painted. Like, the black is really smooth, like, really cool. I find with the black that I've done, sometimes it looks a bit dull, but you've got the black really pops, which is very nice. And it comes with this GIF as well. Parry that, you fucking casual. Why in Warhammer are there 2 Egypts? Aliens. Hi, Skuzza. How's it going? Indecision. Finished up revamping your ultras for a tournament this week. Ooh, very nice. So you got ballistas, tank. Is this a repulsor? I don't know. 2 redemptors. What we got over here? You got, that's the new new lieutenant from Leviathan. Can't quite tell what these are. Are they scouts? I don't know. 5 dudes. You got some aggressors here with the Biologus. Blade Guard? And Gutterman. Maybe we can get a bit closer. Oh, they like no, they're agents of the Imperium type dudes. I think Black Table Neophytes have shotguns. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I think they do. This is a cool looking army. I was kind of just looking at the army in general, but actually the paint job is amazing. Like, really clean. Well, I've just noticed the sword. The swords here are really good. Oh yeah, this is Marnius Calgar with his dudes. And then Blade Guard. Yeah, great effect on those swords. I don't know if you have a close one, unfortunately not, but yeah, those are great. Really, just overall, exceptionally cleanly done. Very, very good. Great job, Indecision. Negative Positron with a Khan Betrayer. Get the front look. Ooh, but I love this grey. You've done very nice on the gore. We like to see that. Always like to see that. Nice footprints of blood as well, it looks like. That's very cool. Yeah, very clean on all your lines. You've got this nice cool green going. I love this look of the kind of ashen head. That's really nice. Great job. Oh, look at that. Look at the detail here on the chain of the hand. Great stuff. And a nice close-up picture here. Very cool. You can see, like, even in all the recesses here, these skulls are so nicely done. Yeah. Excellent work. That shotgun comes with a Deathwatch vet box, but now it's just a long visual range weapon. The way I do my black is grey sear primed with a coat of Lebanon blue. Interesting. Hello, Dave. How's it going? Lounge against the machine. This is very good. I assume Imperial Guard was a green army man, which is a great idea. Love that. From the Lounge against the machine, very nice. All brand cookie, 1 corny knight. Ooh. I don't know if this is this looks potentially. I don't know why I'm saying like, oh, it looks potentially airbrush like it's a bad thing. As in, I'm saying this. I assume this is done with an airbrush. Yeah, I love the kind of flaming hoof like motif you've got going here over this like sea of skulls. That is very corny. Not corny, but corny. Very cool. Yeah, I love those. I love this. Excellent stuff. Lounge against machine with the kind of weird reverse he's picked up. That's interesting. I like that. This is like a sand version of a Green Iron Man, and then it's like they've swapped the guns. That's a fun idea. I like that. Cinderheart, yes. This was something someone posted this a while ago. And I did look at this. It's very cool. I love this model. This is a model I've been thinking about using for a Demon Prince for a long time. Give it some wings and obviously on a different base. But yeah, I love this model. It's so cool and very, very well done. Like the detail here on like the skin here and all the hair, very good. Again, you can see the close up here, like the detail on those. Look at the head. Yeah, because for 1,000 Suns Demon Prince, this is so good because it's got it's a Sphinx, so it's the Egyptian aesthetic. It's got like 3 eyes. You can like give it some bird heads and stuff somewhere. It's very cool. Got some with the flash on. That really shows how vibrant it is. Like, look at the detail on this body. And even in like the claws, all that blue pop and the green there. This is such an interesting style as well. It looks almost like, it's going to sound stupid, it looks painted, but in like a canvas painted, if you see what I mean. Like obviously it is painted, but it's painted in a way that looks really interesting. Very cool. L reanimated. This little guy, gun tank crisis suit. That is very cool. That's really fun. Yeah, this is I guess the AdMech breacher kit on the bottom, and then yeah, that's fun. I really like that. Just the one picture, but still very cool. I love the color scheme as well. Really nice. Zendrick wanted to share my 4 special sorter firstborns. Oh, very cool. So you got 4 different ones here. So that's White Scar, question mark, some sort of Blood Angel, maybe it's something else, and then an Ultramarine. Very cool. The White Scar is really good. Like because white is notoriously annoying. Like the White Scar is really clean. Yeah, I love the red on the gun. I love this color. Very neat on the trim. Very nice. And an amp here. Now it looks to be like a McDonald's. I'm sure this is just a line, but it looks like you're in a McDonald's. Oh, that's something else I wanted to do at some point. I wanted to do, because people have been asking as an idea for a while. I want to get people to submit their piles of shame and their hobby spaces. I'll make some, at some point I'll make a channel for these, and then I want to make a video basically making fun of everyone. But I'll sort that out at some point. That was something I wanted to do. I think someone was asking about video plan. Warden painting. I think Warden painting might be a professional painter. You've managed to get, and I don't know how, in the face, but you have 5 o'clock shadow stubble and you've shaved like the sides of the head shaved and actually have represented it on the model. The metal looks like metal. This looks like perfectly weathered. This is insane. I guess that's the thing, Alan. Like you could. If I don't believe you that that's how you normally paint, then I will make fun of you for attempts to add. I don't know. I feel like I can be mean in it, but not like too mean. But I think of one of those ones where it's like you like, if you're posting a picture here, I get to make fun of you. Or I get to tease you a little bit. Yeah, this model is absurd. Yeah, I can't tell if that. I think this shadow here, I think is painted. I think this might be photo, but these shadows here look painted. This shadow here is not painted. So maybe these all shadows are all painted. I don't know. There's only one angle. Warden painting, if you're ever out there. In fact, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna keep this on screen to so anyone coming in, just tell them I did it. Warden paint. It doesn't seem to be like, I figured he might have like an Instagram or something, but I searched Warden painting and it didn't come up. So I tried. I tried my best and failed miserably. The lesson is, never try. Wait, what? Okay. Whew. I thought when I said latest video had 200 and 80 comments, and I was glad to go, oh no, what have I done? Yeah, that is it. This is one of those things, right? I think because Steve sent me something else, like a picture like this. There's a video I want to make. I can't quite put it into words yet, so I'm still trying to work it out. But it's essentially like aspiration versus inspiration. Like, this is inspiring, right? Like, this is a model you look at, at least for me, this is a model you look at, and you go, I'm never going to get to this level, but I don't want to get to this level. Like, I don't need to be able to paint this good. Like, this is like... It's inspiring. Like, it's saying, like, this is the level that people can get to with these paints, and it inspires me to go, I can get better. But it's not aspiring. It's not an aspiration. It's not like, I want to get this good. You know what I mean? Am I just mad? You get what I mean. 6 today. Hey fellas, just finished largest mini. 10 days and 64 hours of work. Wow. Well, that's time well spent, 64 hours for this. That is super, super clean. And really impressive. The metal, like, weathering makes it look so, like, solid. Like, these look like proper, like, riveted, like, panels on top of this thing. And you got I can't keep forgetting what it's called, like the heat weathering on the guns here, the dirt on the dust. There's a lot of pictures we can go through here, like, or even along here. Like, I love the way the rivets are. Yeah, this is absolutely absurd. No, it's like watching paintings like Midiak or Ninjon. Yeah, that's a video. This video I want to make there is basically like a, you know, you look at there's some things you look at and you're inspired by them. Something you look at and you go, I want to do that good. And both have value. And then I think there's some models that are in that middle ground, and that's when I feel like the middle ground between those two is where people feel bad about the painting. Where it's like, you feel like you could do it. You feel like it's potentially something you could do, but it's so far away from what you could do. So it's not quite fully aspiring, but it's also not fully inspiring because you think you could aspire to it. Again, that's where I'm getting a bit like, I don't know if it's like a middle ground. It's weird. But yeah, this is going back to this, which is absolutely insane. I think we're going to get a look at the back as well, because I think there's more details on the back. Now we're going to get some close-ups on the head. Look at the eye. Like, all of this, right? All of this detail. Then you go even closer into detail. You get this, like, almost the rust here. Like, that... It's those things. Like, how do you get... How do you work that out, right? That's the thing. Like, I would never have done this. Like even if I was like a really good painter, right? And I got to like doing all this metal super well, I would never then think to go beyond and go to the rust. Like, that's insane. Like all this, like these grime streaks as well. Again, it's one of those things where it's like I'm missing so much like stuff. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, I do these usually I usually do them every Thursday. I missed the last couple, but yeah, this is fun. Just chill. Hello, Firkin. How's it going? So that was sick today. DK. I'm very new to server and to Warhammer overall, but also want to share converted Abaddon to spoiler to Kaldor Drago. Ooh. So you got there's an Abaddon in there. Love the silver on this. Let's have a look close. Ooh, I like this. Very cool. Whenever people do the model on the base really well, I'm always like, you didn't have you're already painting a model. You don't have to paint the model that you're killing really nicely. Just got over a fever. That sucks. Well, no, hang on. Let me start again. Getting over the fever doesn't suck. Having the fever sucks. Yeah, this is amazing. Really cool conversion. Really nicely painted. Yeah, there's the base as well. You can see where he goes in. Nightfoot goes in there. Super cool. Love that. That was from DK. Very, very nice. I think just a touch mad in this context, aspiration is wanted to achieve a certain standard of painting, but inspiration would be you wanted to paint a certain thing away because of the model. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing. Like, inspiration is like, I want to paint something. I want to paint something of that style. Or I want to paint something that does that. Where you're inspired to do something similar. Yeah, I guess that's the question. Like, what was that Black Temper inspiring me to do? And I think it was just a case of like, it just inspires me to. It wasn't even anything in particular. It was just like, that looks really cool. I want my stuff to look cool. I want my stuff to be painted to look cool. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you get something that's inspiring because it inspires you to do a thing a certain way. Like, like when I was seeing a lot of the magma bases, and like some of the flame stuff, that was inspiring me to try stuff, that kind of stuff out. You know, in Art Attack, you might not know Art Attack. In Art Attack, where New Buchanan would go through like all the children's work, and then he's like, oh, I'm 6 and I did this, and then at the end he goes, oh, that's a really cool idea. I'm going to do it properly because I'm an adult. That's inspiring. It's not aspiring, but you're still doing something. Words are hard. Algorithm has blessed the gunpla content with the reach. Going off. How's the video doing? It's doing alright. Performing as usual. Hopefully it'll do well overnight. Yeah, seems to be doing decent. Dece nuts. Artax is a great show. New Buchanan is a national treasure. So it's, I want to do something like that, but over I want to do exactly that. I don't know if it's even I want to do exactly that. It's more like a. If something is, an aspiration is like I can reach that level, but it's not something. It's not necessarily like I want to do that exact thing. It's I want to get to that level. I'm happy with where I am in school. Yeah, that's the like Legion of Damned. Like your stuff is one of those things where it's like your stuff is really good. Like when a lot of people here, like your stuff, Alec Man stuff. That's all like really good stuff where it's like inspiring, but also kind of aspiring. It's difficult to explain. Actually, a good example is there was the person, I can't remember who it was, but they did a Yvrain with the cloak, which had the star patterns and like the constellation stuff on it, and then they posted how that was done. That's aspirational. That's something I want to do, but it's also inspirational because it inspired me to do it. So I actually have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. So, you know, let's move on. Joe needs coffee with a very cool Nurgle model. It looks Nurgly, but I don't recognize it. It might be like a third-party print. Or it might be just an old thing. The eyes are very, very good. Like, I love this, the base as well. The base actually it kind of looks like a almost like illustration. Really cool. I don't know what this model is. It's so cool. From Shattered Star. Very nice. I don't even know what that is. I love it. Great job. L Reanimated, one of my favorite completed projects. Favorite sparkly. Oh, speaking of Gundam, someone's done a Gundam. Oh yeah, it's got like got a lot of like either transfers or stickers on it. Yeah, it's got like a shiny plastic to it. It's kind of like, is that a halberd or a spear? I guess it's a spear. Not a halberd, is it? It's a spear. It's very cool. No idea what this model is. It's got a feather coming out of it. That's very cool. Is that painted or is that just how it is? Might be painted. I don't know. I like it. Artillery Joe / Kowalski with a Votan Mini. Again, this one looks very like the Sphinx. It looks very painted. And again, like it looks like an illustration or like on a canvas. Like a very cool style. This is, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm thinking inspiration is something more specific. I want to be doing that after seeing people stop building. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is it an inspiration? Yeah, in being inspired can be two different meanings, right? There's like an inspiration of I'm basing my stuff off this thing, and there's inspiration of I'm inspired by this thing, but not to do that thing. So I don't know. Like this is. Well, let's take this model, right? I don't know if it's inspiring or aspiring. It's just very good. And whilst it would be cool to do this style, I really like the style, I don't think it's something I want to... I don't aspire to have this style. But I'm inspired to paint stuff because this model makes me think that... makes me see cool stuff and want to paint stuff. That's kind of the conversation I'm thinking about. But I'm not inspired to paint like this. But speaking like this, it's very bright. Like, I love the sword. I actually think even the sword, like, actually doing a sword like this would be cool. So maybe it is inspiring. What the hell is aspiring? I don't know. Words. I love the almost like, it's almost like cell shaded look. Incredible work. You got like the glow coming onto the rocks here. Yeah, this is insane. Good job, Artillery Joe. Great job. Right, Polaris with, ooh, this is cool. Like a translucent flaming model. Definitely almost looks like the actual plastic has been burnt on the corners. There's a few images here. That's really cool. I don't even know what this is from. Or how it's like translucently painted. Yeah, the dictionary might help, yeah. Aspiration of hope or ambition of achieving something. The process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? Like, aspiration is my ambition is to reach this. So I aspire to be this good at painting. The inspiration is I'm mentally stimulated to do something because I'm inspired by this. But like you say, the inspiration can be very specific. Like, you can specifically be like, I'm inspired to do this. But you don't, but you're not, like the stuff that you've seen that makes you inspired to do your Lumineth in that certain way is inspiration, but you're not aspiring to do it in the way that you've seen that inspired you. I'm going mad. This is why streams don't go for more than 3 hours. Because if I had to do another hour, like, of this kind of talk, I'd go crazy. Maybe with washers, that makes sense. So it'll be a translucent paint over a translucent material. Nick the Necron with a space wolf in Captain Armor. Very cool gore again. Like, a lot of good gore. We always have good gore. Really like the armor color. Very cool armor. I love this sword. It's a nice, cool. That's a very cool sword. Yeah, really cool gold. But look, there's another angle. No, it's a different art. It's a different model entirely. That is not a Space Wolf Captain, but this is still from Nick the Necron. I believe this is a Demon Prince. Again, very cool. Bit blurry on the photo. We've got some dice down here, and a box of something, a guitar. So I can't see the full deal here. We can definitely see like the clean like lines around here. Again, good gore. Good gore. Very nice, Nick the Necron. Yeah, this could be one and the Demon Prince version. Freeman's Flame has also been inspired by people who put flames on their flamers or cannons. Yeah. Yeah, I figured this was like a D&D being like environmental. Not a native English speaker, but I knew what I mean. Nice. Because I don't know what I mean. Yeah, I'm on September the 20th. I've actually been going anywhere. Like, this was a busy couple of days. But don't worry, I will get around to them eventually. Now that I'm kind of hopefully getting back to weekly stream, I'll be able to get them through these a bit quicker. Jotaz with a Sister of Battle. Purple. We like purple. We like gore on the sword. We like a good, clean model. We like seeing what you got in the background. Ooh, very nice. Ooh, this is really good. Like, this bit here is amazing. The whole model's very... Again, every time I say, oh, this bit's really good, this is amazing, and then ignore the rest of it. The whole model's very, very cool. Really well done. I'm really impressed by this. Is there a close-up of that? No. Yeah, this standard. Really impressive. Like, really clean. And you got this, like, blue stripe down here. Really cool. You got a TIE Fighter back here. Always nice to see. Very cool. Alright, Artillery Joe again. So this is the person, I believe, who did the... Am I right? And they did the Votan we saw earlier. That kind of painted feel. You can see it again here with this this model. Coca-Cola. And a weird long can. That's standard in some countries? What is this? Who cares about this? This is really good. Yeah, great. But what's this long Coke? Yeah, like, this is inspiring but not aspiring, because yeah, like the style of this is really cool, but I wouldn't ever want to do this myself because it looks like a pain in the ass. But it is really cool. Like the way that like you like normally you have like the black and then the edge highlight, you got like a whole like cell shaded edges on this. It's really cool. Going in Germany, it's 330mm. Yeah, we have 330mm in UK, but they're not long boys. That's weird. Weird long boys. If I Coke the long way. We always have like standard like 330 cans. I say standard, I'm British, I'm allowed to say everything's standard in my country. That's the one thing we're allowed to do. Hong Kong's already in London. The market is towards kids and women. What? London's weird. I don't like London. He's either hide or add weird cans. Yeah, with that Terminator, I'm most impressed when people paint a grim dark style. It generally looks dirty on people. Yeah, it was very good. Like, even though it was a dark armor, it still looked really cool. Not black, garish blue that usually special. So yeah, I think that was a really cool armor color. Yeah, there's long cans here in the UK. I've never seen them before. But then I don't drink Coke anymore, so I wouldn't really see them anymore. Longer but slimmer cans, supposed to be healthier. Should I just get Coke Zero? Was one to attempt cell shading model, but don't have the time or pay. Yeah, one thing I find is, and I feel like because I'm not skilled enough, there's a lot of potential for mistakes, right? You're British, not London. Have seen those cans? Where are you finding these cans? Where are these long cans going? Maybe it's a new thing. Yeah, I can't have caffeine. And I know there's caffeine-free Coke, but I don't want to have that. Like if I get cans of stuff, I get the Dark Berry Tango. Sir Havald. Ooh, really cool Farseer. I really like this pose. Is it Farseer? I think it's Farseer, right? Spirit Seer? I don't know. Some sort of seer. Very cool. Like you've even got like this almost like Harlequin coat going on. And this really cool pose, like floating with the blade here. Oh, like standing on that. That's really cool. Is this a kit bash? I assume it is. Because it's really good. And you've got like the cell what's cell shading today? Like I guess September was the cell shading month. Time for a PO box. No, don't just send me long cans of Coke. I'm not gonna send a PO box for that. Has been around a few years, but they're not overly common. Even in corner shops, not in supermarkets. That's probably why. The gold on the jewelry here, really nice to done, really bright and vivid. I love the magic. But yeah, this cloak, super nicely done. think there's one more angle. Yeah, you can see here, like, each square is, like, individually highlighted. That's obscene. Hi, Jenjo, how's it going? Is airbrushing common in miniature painting? I believe so. It's more common now than it has been. I don't have an airbrush. But every time I look up any sort of bloody tutorial on YouTube, the first step is get your airbrush. So I'm like, okay. Oh, Sir Havald. Gamble, custom-built Tech Priest Dominus. Ooh, that's cool. Let's see if I can find an angle here. That's a very cool, gory, like, metal gore gun. That's really nice. I love the glow on it as well. I'm trying to find an angle where I can fully pass. So you've got like the... Is this the cloak here? It's like a gun coming out. I feel like I need another angle. Because this is like a melter arm. And a plasma leg? It's really cool, but I'm struggling to parse it. Yeah, because you got like it's like a backpack here, like a jump pack. Gamble, if you ever watch this video, you are around. Another angle, more angles of this because it's very cool. Like, I mean, the painted job is amazing, really well painted, and a really cool idea. I'm just struggling to understand. I think it's this bit here. I'm struggling to understand where this cape here fits in. Is that like from his waist? No, yes. Is he like half a body? I can't even... It's very cool. But I'm just a bit confusing. Found the weird cannon in Greece. The weird cannon in Greek. Airbrushing is nice, but a bit of an investment. What a cheap one, my problem is just that. Yeah, I've heard things. I've heard, like, if you get a cheap one, they start to clog up. I'm sure the really nice one for brewer first and it's usually airbrush. You're saying I'm not skilled, but I feel like it's a bit reductive take. Yeah, it's more of just a self. It's just what's the word? Self. You say I'm not skilled. I can't remember the word I was thinking. Self-deprecating is the word I was looking for. I'm just being self-deprecating. I think it's a thing. It's like skill is like. Yeah, it's just over time, right? Something I think about in this situation that I do want to bring up in a video at some point is like, for anyone who drives, remember the first time you like started to learn to drive, right? And you were terrible. But now, you know, I've been driving for a number of years equal to when I started and when I finished. I can just get into a car and just go, right? But I'm not going to be racing around a track and like, you know, forming F1, but I know how to drive a car and I can do it competent. Obviously, that's something you do, like, no, most people who own a car would have to do every day for certain things, so you kind of just get in the practice generally. So it's just that's kind of thing you have to think about when it's like, you know, come to painting. If you just do it, eventually it'll just kind of become a skill that you have. There are a lot of terrible drivers, yes, but as long as you're a good driver. Also, we drive on the wrong side of the road. No, we drive on the correct side of the road, because we are British and we get to decide everything because that's that's how we roll. Anyway, very cool model for you, Gamble. Blood Girl or B100, B1 Ood Girl. What's I keep saying? Knights for my 100k conquest army. Ooh, I like them. Ooh, really vivid on the pink and the blue and the white. I don't know why I did it in that order. I think it says, oh, really vivid on the pink and the blue, and then I realized the white was also really good. This is the trans flag, right? The trans flag? Trans rights? Trans rights. The trans knights. Trans knights. I found it. I found the joke. Trans rights isn't a joke. But trans knights. Very cool. I'm very well executed. Really nice. Again, you've got this like painterly, like cell shaded scheme going on, and the white is super clean. Getting white clean is difficult. Yeah. Very cool. Really nice. Video games are a great example. Look at 2 hours in a new game. Yeah, exactly. Like something like League of Legends, right? Like I don't play League of Legends much anymore, but when I do, I can kind of just get back into it and like play the game pretty well. Well, not pretty well, like competently enough to play like Aram without falling over. But I'm not going to be at Worlds, right? There's a House on Knights for 100 Kingdoms of basic human fashion in Conquest. Ah, right. Not Joker opponents play on. Not a joke is a pun or play on. I mean, puns and play on words are jokes, right? Like, joke is a catch-all term. Puns are the lowest form of humour, but close enough. Yeah, very cool model. Or models, 3 of them. Double up. We're gonna dump some stuff I've made here. Ooh, wow. I like his hat. Again, we've got the vibe on this. The vibes on this piece is perfect. Like you've got it's bright, but also still kind of like creepy and dark. Yeah, true. I didn't want to. Yeah, I just rambled about the word joke. It's a play on words. Yeah, the gold like really pops, but it still has this like dark vibe. That's very cool. Same with these. Is this Bloodborne? This feels like a Bloodborne. Now that I've seen this, I've not played Bloodborne before. This feels like a Bloodborne. I've just looked over at chat and Dark Prinny said Bloodborne, so yes, I assume this is Bloodborne because I saw this cannon. And then yeah, this looks very Bloodborne. That's Nurgle. That's not Bloodborne. That's still very cool. The gore of this stomach is great. And you got like a belt inside. I don't know if that's standard, but that's very cool. And yeah, again, this kind of corrosion around there is very nice. And from the back, yeah, all of these wounds, really nice done, really detailed, really fleshy. Right, I believe this is Bloodborne. This looks like a Bloodborne. I believe this is the secret character in Bloodborne. Car. Again, very cool. Lots of different styles here. You've gone from like the Bloodborne to the Nurgle to the army car. Again, very nice. Like the dusting, like this looks so rusty, and then the dust as well, like almost like covering everything. And then back to Bloodborne. I'm getting a lot of back and forth here. The belt is standard. Simon's going to go to Taco Bell. I don't get that. Like, obviously, it's Taco Bell isn't everyone in the UK, but there is actually one where I live. But I've had it a few times, and I know the joke is like you eat Taco Bell and you shit yourself. I've never had that problem. It's fine. It's tasty. It's all right. Kind of fancy one now. Like a Crunchwrap Supremes are really nice. But then I'm a human garbage machine, so. Then over to a Alpha Legion. Very cool. I like the glow you've got going here. That's a really interesting glow. Really, really nice detailing on this the chainsaw as well. Like stuff like this. Like even just looking at this kind of edge highlight here, I realized like how cool that looks. When I do my edge highlight, I always feel like I'm not either doing too much or not enough. But you can see from this, like that looks so perfect when you're seeing someone else's. Very cool. Even got like the bandages here, or like the straps. Very nice. That was all from Dub Wub. Very, very cool. I can't remember what you said. I'll never be able to paint this well. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, you can paint that well, but part of my point with the kind of aspiration and inspiration is, do I want to paint that well, or do I not even do I want to? Like, yes, of course, I'd love to be able to paint that well, or for like drawing as well. Like, I wanted to actually learn to draw. At some point to actually help my videos. Like, I'd love to be able to draw amazingly. Like, I'd love to be able to do the stuff like I do on Drawfee, where you can just draw stuff. And again, with this, I'd love to be able to paint to this high detail. But there's also the case of like, there's a level, and I think it was maybe Legion Dan made this, but there's a level where I'll get to where I'm like, this is like, I will slowly get better from this point, but I don't feel like I need to like aim to get better, if that makes sense. Like at the moment, I'm like still trying to learn to paint. Like everything I do is also going to be always going to be helping me like continue to learn, like doing these videos as well. Like, you know, one of the videos I've got a plan for is about thinning paints, right? So all of this stuff I'm doing is going to build up my skill level, and at some point I'm going to be happy with my skill level and be like, oh, if I want to paint anything, I know I have the skills to be able to paint it how I want to paint it. But then even when I continue to paint, I will still get better. And then I might be at that point where I can be as skilled as some of this stuff, but it's not something that I'm looking to aim at. It's a lot of like jumbled like thoughts around that. It's an interesting topic. Let's talk Loro 4. Why is he stepping on a screamer killer? Mr. Huggles is angry. Oh, he's replying for someone who might be stepping on a screamer killer. Mr. Huggles. This is Mr. Huggles. Very cool. I love this blue color. It's almost like iridescent blue color. Like, it looks super bright in the light and then kind of dark over here. And you see how it like really shines. And again with the red, a blue red again. Always good. And a very, very nicely destroyed Space Marine down here. Very, very cool. And there is another image. Yeah, you can see, even in this angle, like, the change of angle from here, right, where you can see the light catching this blue, to here, where this blue suddenly looks really dark. Love that. And you, even down on the leg here, it starts to look a lot brighter. This is a cool scheme. It's not the first time we've seen blue-red in this orientation, but this is the first time I've seen like this kind of iridescent, like the way it catches the light blue. Really nice. Visual attack about it isn't filling. I'm to be fair, probably because I take medication that's somewhat of an appetite suppressant. Because the UK has actual food standard here clause. That's very true. Taco Bell things are diet based apparently. If your diet is high in fiber, you won't have many issues. That's fair. But if you reach stand you're comfortable with that level you're going for, that's something. Let's say that's something to do. Yeah, I think that's I think the distinction, right? There's a distinction between there's a distinction between kind of a level where, so when people say, oh, I'm never going to be able to paint that good, but the thing is, it's because there's two ways that thought can go, right? There's the, oh, I'll never be able to paint that good, so I will never bother. And then there's the, I'll never be able to paint that good, but I don't really want to. The second way is a fine thought. The first way is a bad thought. Because the first way denies you the ability to potentially get to that stage. The second way says, I don't want to get to that point because it's like higher than the level like I feel like I would be happy with. But then that keeps you on the path of continuing to paint that allows you to get to that point potentially, even accidentally. Do Screamer Killers have bad breath? Probably, most likely, yes. I just watched your latest Gundam video. Just wanted to tell you have a good mental because some people get very mad with that kind of criticism. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Continue watching. Nice. Thanks. Ayaka Yeah. To be fair, I like I say in the video, like I represented the Gunpla community as like, you know, yelling and screaming at me. But to be fair, a lot of it was like really like nice thought out. They were like telling me, you know, like they was telling me like, you know, here's the things you got wrong. Here's some suggestions. Most of them were like there were a decent amount which was just like, no, you're wrong, you're an idiot, but stop them. Most of them were really nice. The main thing that kept happening is people kept telling me the same thing. Yes, I understand that Deathside Hell is old. Even after I put a post, like the pinned post that says yes, I get it, I still kept getting them. They're like, still try a modern one, try a modern one. So I did. I should link that video in the first video so that people can see the follow-up. So I bet I'm still gonna get comments on the first video about the second video. Yeah, that's the thing, like, man. Like, everyone has. Oh, I can't remember what video I was watching, but someone was watching a video where basically like there are you cannot be the best at everything, and that's very true. I think his example was, it might be a Dog video or something. His example was like, you're not gonna ever be as good as basketball as like the best basketball players, but that's like a physical limitation. Like if you think of someone like that swimmer guy, I can't remember, like something Phelps, Tom Phelps. That doesn't sound right. Like his body is predisposed for being a good swimmer, and obviously he's had to put the effort and work in. Michael Phelps, thank you. He's put that effort and the work in to get that good at swimming, but he also had a, potential physical advantage. And with painting, there are some people who, if even like growing up, if you were in school, some people when like you go to art class or whatever, and everyone's there kind of probably not very good at art, but there's someone who's just like amazing. I had a friend who was like incredible at art. I don't even know if he was just like, this is something he learned, he just was really good at it, even from a young age. But it's one of those things where like, there are people have natural talents. Like I feel like I have a natural talent to like, do nothing. No, I feel like I do have a natural talent of like being able to connect words and stuff into like jokes essentially. Like I'm able to like pick up on I feel like I'm quite good at picking up on words and turning them into something and then calling back to them. Like I have, for some reason, my memory is very good at kind of keeping that stuff in my head to be able to call back to and refer back to for humor. And that's potentially something I'm just naturally good at. Because I don't think it's ever something I practiced. But again, it's one of those things where, yes, you probably aren't going to be starting at the same level as someone else, but you shouldn't stop that from putting you on that path to get there. My friend is really good at art, but then brings themselves down with bad comments on their art. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, obviously, people are always bad critics, and something I learned from I did some physiotherapy. That wouldn't help. Psychotherapy, which is like I had a lot of self-deprecating. I used to be a lot more self-deprecating, but I started being less self-deprecating because it does start to actually play on you. You do need to have some self-confidence, but that is, again, it's one of those things where, like with your friend who says they're bad, they just don't have that self-confidence, and if they probably need therapy, or just something to allow them to, because I think some people feel guilty. Because I think this is something that maybe it's a societal thing, but people feel guilty to when they say that they're good at something, right? Because we kind of are felt, people that you don't want to be like up yourself, you don't want to be, you don't want to be a braggart, right? You don't want to be someone who brags, you don't want to be someone who like thinks too much of themselves up their own ass. So you pull yourself backwards, and then some people pull themselves too far because they don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm really good at art, because that feels for people that will feel like they're bragging. It feels like they're being like, oh, look at me, I'm so good at art. But people overcorrect, and they go, oh, I'm bad at art because I've seen people who are better than me. But it's like, no, you gotta have your confidence in your own ability, and don't bring yourself down, because you're gonna get frustrated at your hobbies. Again, this is all very easy to say out loud, but it's very difficult to put into practice. Therapists talking about stuff. I struggle to see my strengths or my achievements by trying to improve. Yeah, one of my natural talents is apparently resilience. Yeah, that's exactly the thing. Like, it's. So I feel like stuff like for therapy like this is really useful for people to kind of have these kind of conversations, because it's stuff where you don't really notice it until someone points it out about this kind of stuff, and it's difficult to like see your strengths and achievements. We talked about it before with just the painting side stuff, right? Like, I can see in my own models where all my mistakes are, because I'm the one who's gone through the process. I'm the one who's had it right up to my face the whole time. If I show you a picture and you're like, oh, that's really good, because you haven't seen all of the stuff that went into it, where I can still see stuff and in angles where I know I haven't done stuff properly, but that doesn't matter from everyone else's perspective. You may not be the best, but you can be fine enough. Yeah, and you're a bit. I think that's the thing. You just have you are all good enough. You are not even good enough. You are all enough. Like, that was one of the things that, like, you got to remember, is everyone is enough. Like, you are, whatever your ability is enough. And if you want to improve, that's fine. But you are good enough wherever you are. Don't beat yourself up about it. For building today, I'm probably not going to build. I've only got one goblet to build, and it's the bloody Zeta. So no, I'm not going to build it on stream. Right, I've got a few more on this page. Fella with a very cool looking knight. Really like this kind of checkerboard colors. That's really cool. Like a leaf down here. I don't know what is this, one of the new knights, because it looks very cool. And that hand. Is that a freehand lemon? That's incredible. Porn is good enough. This is the ironic thing. I said all of that, and I called my channel Porn is bad at stuff. So it's kind of like a... I'm basically just a massive... basically just a massive hypocrite. Confidence is good, but hot take I think setting a standard is needed. A friend of mine can paint really well, but feels the need to paint high detail for every model. Yeah, that's for sure. Like, having confidence in your ability, but then obviously you don't want to... That's kind of a separate thing of like... Your expectations of yourself are so high that you burn yourself out on every model. That's the flip side of confidence, where it's not you're being a braggart, but you're holding yourself to such a high standard to the point where it's a detriment, which is like the opposite way. It's very odd. Not odd. It's not odd. It's very... I'm saying odd. It's odd that overconfident, or it's odd that confidence, not even overconfidence. It's odd that confidence can be construed two different ways, both negatively. Anyway, go back to this. This is very cool. The lemons. Great. This one's really good. Great buy at 99 cents. If you could pick up an actual proper like type, like a knight for 99 cents. Isn't that the plot to Megas XLR? Do you remember that cartoon? Where he finds a giant robot for $2 because the guy's like, oh, everything in that pile is $2. Got like a Japanese like Sakura theme. Very cool. I have no idea if this means anything. Probably. I don't speak anything that isn't English, and I barely speak English, so... These are all great. These are all three are really different and really fun. I could be Arizona iced tea, because this one's definitely tea. These could be all drinks related then, yeah. Oh, thanks for coming, D Scorpion. Have a good day at work. I think the lemon is for the wounds. It's about to... Yeah, just bought Psycho Zeku the car. Looks like Insane Bucket. Sounds interesting. I don't know what that is. Psycho Zaku. Yeah, I believe these are all like drink themed, maybe. Real I mean, this is there. Sweet tea, natural. I mean, look, the actual... I don't have to say too much about the actual paint job. It's really good. Like, the glows on, like, the red hair. I just like looking at the pictures. Energy. This is an energy drink. RX Energy. I mean, these are all new knights as well. So they've got new knights that they've painted really well. Like, this one's really well weathered. Looks really cool. And they're all drink themed. Okay, so... That one, I don't think is Arizona tea, because this one is Arizona tea. What am I doing? These are submissions from people on my Discord. So completed models that I'm going through and praising. These are from 2 months ago. I'm trying to get around through all of them. As a Brit, I want the tea night. Hot take, as a Brit, I don't drink tea. I used to drink tea sometimes. I don't drink any hot drinks. Obviously, caffeine is one of the things, but there's no the Resin Forgeable kits before getting... Oh, right, so they could have been the older ones. Yeah, because this was back in September, so they might not have even been released. Also a great buy at 99 cents. This one's definitely the classic Arizona iced tea. Arizona iced tea? Arizona iced tea. This is a different drink. Another lemon drink. Another great buy at 99 cents. This is like it's a Howling Griffin. Very cool. Again, the actual like painting on display, like the weathering and the like all like this dirt here and stuff. Like all the trims, the flame, the heat damage here. All like, exceptional. I just want to see what all the other stuff is. I've done a lot of Discords, but yeah, I feel like yeah, I feel like September. Like I'm only like 2 days through. Oh wow, this freehand here. Good lord. Again, I don't know if that means anything. Probably does. Let's just go back to that freehand again. The model is insane, but this is like This is the thing is, I couldn't draw this on a piece of paper. I need a knight for my ravens. That would be cool. I was looking at it. A knight would be fun, but then I have to make a knight. And I have chaos knights that I haven't made. Yeah, very, very good. Going back to that one. Oh, we got some more from fella. We've got some war dogs now. So we got melon. Watermelon. Another great buy at 99 cents. Then again, the checkerboard pattern. Insane. I love the base as well. I have noticed the bases. These like grassy bases are really good, really cool. Fruit punch. And mucho mango. And even like the gradient here, really cool. Screaming Raven's Knight would just be Neon Raven. Yeah, that's the thing. I'd have to try and paint a knight, and I'm not good at painting big things, and I have to do it like wacky colors. Artillery Joe Kowalski with a really cool tank, really nice glow effects. Like not overbearing, really, really nice. Lots of good detail in the weathering on the tracks. I think like like around each of the, even around all of the rivets. It's like we've had a very strong, good edge there. Yeah, like all the rivets like weathered, like all rusted. This is all this like dripping for the rust, even inside like the mechanism here. Absolutely insane. And even like the troop on top. Really well done. All right, we've got a few more pictures here. Tallest Null. Oh, very cool Terminator hit. Grey Knight? I see, yeah, Grey Knight. This sword, we see a lot of flame swords. This is a great color. That's so cool. I love that color. Oh no, it's Death Watch? Or is it Grey Knight? No, I think it's Grey Knight. Again, this green, super bright. Really nice. Little elephant chair? I don't even know what that is. That's cool though. This is the again, like almost like a painterly vibe on this thing. I love the kind of silver here. That's a really cool cool effect. I love the green again. That's your lieutenant. Yeah, that's that dude. Nice dark flame on that one. That was cool. And then a Farsight, is that his name? Again, very cool. What is this? No idea. You also have a message for someone to go. That is very cool. Again, really cool base. Yeah, and you've got like the edges, like this almost like, again, cel-shaded vibe of the armor. Super nice. Yeah, this sword stands out to me as being a very cool sword. It's, like the color is really nice. Ismail Ahmed Kanabawi? Beautifully cursed creation. Oh, I saw this. Oh, this is really good, but it's also really cursed. Like, it's really, really good. Like with all the mushrooms like being different and stuff, but this is a crime. It's an extremely well executed crime. Like, it's definitely the level of like, thanks, I hate it. Because it's so well done, but also it is criminal what you've done. I've been such a bad move. I'm gonna get this off the screen. Like, amazingly done, Ishmael, but get out of my sight. with that. It's really good. Well done. Like you had a plan. You executed perfectly. That is neither aspirational nor inspirational. But no, you did really nice work. Really nice work. That man, I need to go back to work on the eyes, but I love his model. Very nice. Again, the black is really like has a really nice sheen to it. And I love the sword color. It's like blue, really sharp on the white on the edges. Really good. That's really nice. That's from that man. Big Confucius. I like Chaos and I like Metroid. That is the old Vashtor. That's a giant Gundam head. Ominous. Really cool design. I love the gore. Again, the gore on this is really good. You've got the gore coming for the back really nicely. Ooh, and then the Ridley Demon Prince. That's cool. That's inspirational. Because a Ridley themed wing looked really good. I really like that. Final thing for today, all brand cook. With the 4 horsemen of some sort of apocalypse. Zinch, Korn, Nurgle, Slash. Okay, so I think we saw this one first. We saw this one earlier. The glow on the hooves is really cool. I love this bright red here. Almost like I said, got like a light in there. This one, the kind of plaguey one's really good. And I like how this one really contrasted the blue. And that goes through the purple to the blue. And the glowing eyes on all of these. These are really well done. All of them really cool. Just the one angle, but yeah. Great job on those. Want to get a very good good selection today of models. As always. Everyone has some really nice stuff. Once again, thank you all for sending that in. Continue to submit your stuff into the Discord if you do wish. Much appreciated. We are currently, so that was the 21st of September. It's a few more from the 21st September, and then we move into, what's the end of this page gets to? 25th. Okay, so we start to accelerate a little bit. Looks like we were kind of in an acceleration. No, all very good work. So yeah, a couple of things I need to do is I need to set up a poll of some description for video idea from you guys. So if you have any video suggestions, I've already heard Colin from accounts. Shove them in video suggestions, and I'll do a poll on some of the good ideas for a video from the community. Also, I need to get some ideas for my last 500 points of stream reverence. I've heard Knight. I've heard, I think, Elecman, you had some suggestions. I'll set up a channel for that. No, I'll make a post on the channel, on the YouTube channel for that. Obviously, continue to do your Know Nothing November. Look forward to seeing the updates. If you fail, I ban you. Don't worry about that. If you haven't watched my latest video, go ahead and do so it gets into the algorithm. I'd much appreciate that. It's on Gunpla again. If you haven't watched that video, go ahead and do that. And that will probably be it for this stream. 21 days and you'll be my first post. Just 21 more days and you'll be at my first post. Nice. Yeah. Just a month away. Yeah. You finished today. Nice. Very nice. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for joining this stream. It's been about 2 hours, which I think is a good time to stop. I will be back streaming next week. I'll probably have a video out at some point. Give me a break. I brought COVID. It put me behind. No, nothing. No. That sounds like a skill issue. Get good. All right. Yeah. No worries. It was a good conversation. The inspiration aspiration video is something I've been trying to do, but yeah, that was actually a useful conversation. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoy this, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Go watch my video. Go do all the things I just said. And I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.